Welcome to the True Kingz podcast. I'm Divine,
I'm Zai.
and as always, we bring you royal wisdom.
Yep. And this week we're gonna be talking about what are the qualities of a good woman? We hear all this shit about people bashing women, talking shit about women, and obviously there's a lot of shit that's going on with the modern woman that is kind of fucked up right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think is the qualities, the good qualities of a good woman?
A good qualities of a good woman is a woman that listens. Like she's a good listener.
Mm.
She's very nurturing. Right?
Okay.
She takes her pride into actually making sure the man feels good about himself. Make sure everything that is taken care of, he's fed. Make sure everything that he needs.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to ask her. She's already ahead of him.
Okay.
And those are some of the qualities. What else I would say? Yeah, attentive. Just being attentive to him and pure, just being a pure soul, just being authentic. The authenticity.
Authenticity, yeah.
The authenticity of who you are and just knowing who you are and then expressing that.
I think that's lost in translation nowadays because there's so much push on both sides, male and female. Yeah. To be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And for sure.
Truthfully, the truth always lies between the realness and the truth always lies between what is not popular opinion. You get what I'm saying? It's now become taboo to be masculine and it's now become taboo to be feminine.
Yeah.
But if you know about the attraction of anything, masculine and feminine always attract to each other, right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I think traditional feminine qualities that we've seen throughout time are kind of lost nowadays. You get what I'm saying? The things that you just mentioned.
100%. As you said, there's an imbalance, right? So traditionally, the roles is man is masculine, he's the head, and the woman is feminine, she's the tail. Yeah. So because the roles have been reversed because of our social dynamics and how women had to fend for themselves, a lot of women has been heralded or pushed into the being independent. Yeah. And going to school, getting a career, being able to be able to provide for themselves and their family based on situations. Yeah. That's what's really going on. It's the imbalance, and then also on the flip side is not that much suitable men. I was actually having a conversation and it's yo, women feel like there's not that much suitable men out there because for whatever reason.
So you feel like it's definitely it's double-sided, but why do you feel like there's not that much suitable men?
I feel like there's not a lot of suitable men because a lot of men, just like how women weren't raised to be cultured and to understand, you gotta know how to cook, right? You gotta know how to clean, you gotta know how to listen, you gotta know how to be attentive, caregiver, be nurturing to men. Women are so focused on just survival, right? On the flip side, men have not been taught that either. So the modern man, a lot of modern men, and the thing is, a lot of modern men are realizing, I'm not going to say all, because there's a lot of modern men that are saying, listen, I want that traditional woman, because they themselves are traditional. Yeah. But there's a lot of men that are not, and because they are not, they were raised by women, single women, the same women that were single. Yeah. They were raised by single women, so they're more beta. They want to play video games. They want to do things that's not very serious. So they may do things that's goofy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women feel and they're experiencing it. Yo, damn, there's not much. There's no alpha man. There's not that many alpha men.
Yeah, I suppose. In my the way I view is alpha men are always gonna be I guess the anomaly or the minority because the general public are always gonna be more beta and less aggressive, more agreeable because that's kind of how society runs. You need people to be agreeable. You need people to be more submissive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic because like I would have wanted to see like how it wasn't back in the day, like
Yeah, that's the thing though.
like 100 years ago, 150 years ago, like how society was ran, like because this whole notion of a beta male provider, right? Like I would have wanted to see if he had qualities of alpha energy too, and that because of that, that was enough.
I
You
would
know what I'm saying?
assume
Like he
so
wasn't fully, and I would assume so too
because
because
they did like hard laborers
yeah,
jobs.
they had to do hard labor. They had to take care of their kids,
Yeah,
and because of before even this whole single mothers like agenda, this whole feminism thing came into place.
yeah,
You know the racism. You know, so many social factors, economic factors that kind of took the man outside of the home.
yeah.
And this whole, really, really and truly, it's down to the single mother experience that's created this whole man is very beta.
Yeah.
He's not a man, very feminine, and then the woman is very masculine.
I mean, yeah, hardship. Think about like life is that hardship kind of pushes you towards being masculine.
Yeah, correct.
So like I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and like I was trying to explain to him how like men who go through hardship are celebrated. You get what I'm saying? Like they're more pushed, they're more champion. But like women who go through hardship become masculine, and men aren't attracted to masculine women.
They are still championed by society, though. In fact, they're championed by more.
They're championed by
dominant society.
They're championed by
loves
dominant
masculine
society.
women,
Yeah,
bro.
they're championed by dominant society. But at the end of the day, that's not who I don't think men as a whole want that. Because if they did, then there wouldn't be such an uproar. You
Of
get what I'm saying?
men don't want that. The men who are not in control of the media and how societies run, they don't want that.
They don't want that, no.
Of course.
Yeah.
But they're dealing with the effects, and it's so deep because it's like, honestly and truthfully, the reason why the whole agenda of like women being so masculine and having to provide and having to have their own and stand like a man and do the same things like a man does is only to make the economy bigger.
Yeah, it's all to make the economy bigger.
It's everything is economics.
You know what's the weirdest? You know what's the craziest thing about it, bro? Like you gotta think about it like this. We're actually in a state where women, no matter how much we complain about women being not feminine, and women being masculine, there is no way to even tip the scale, even if we wanted to.
Because of capitalism.
Because women have to work.
Yeah.
So like every household, for the most part, especially with inflation, has to at least be 50-50.
Yeah.
So because of that, you would never be able to get a woman to be, for the most part, participate in like
traditional roles.
But then I could be wrong though, because I do hear like in other countries like women work, like Brazil, women work, Thailand, women work, and they're still feminine.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's different.
So maybe it probably is cultural.
It's a whole cultural thing. It's 100% a cultural thing. Because of course, because again, in those societies, Rwanda, in Ethiopia, in any country outside of the West, there's traditional roles, and women understand, okay, I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna bring this bag home to my family. Yeah. And I'm gonna, but the thing about that is, it's so the men are the head in those societies, but you know what it is? They pay the cost to be the boss. So that's kind of like the difference. Like they will pay all the bills there. There's no 50-50. Whereas in the West, there's expectations of 50-50.
I mean, it's almost impossible not to do 50-50 or 60-40 or some sort of shit like that.
Yeah.
For the average guy.
Yeah.
Because the cost of living is so expensive.
High. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But to go back to like what we were saying before.
Yeah.
So would you like to add anything like good quality?
Yeah, good qualities. There's so much good qualities. Like I love when I just come home and there's a meal. You know, like I never ever want to come home from work after I worked 15 hours, 16 hours, and there's no meal on the table. Yeah. I think I seen a video of this this construction worker came home to this girl, and after doing a double, and he came home, there was no cooked food, And she was eating something too. She was like eating a snack or something like that. And he went off because he was like, yo, like I bust my ass for you.
For real? It wasn't a skit. It was straight up.
It was straight up. You know, this girl was like, you know, and that's another thing. Like, how you gonna choose a girl, right? I see a lot of guys too, like overlooking this, right? How you gonna choose a girl and she don't know how to cook?
Facts.
But a lot of guys say, oh, I can buy out. I got a chef. Like, bruh.
But I'm trying to tell you, like, a lot of the issues that we have in society is because a lot of guys just aren't doing their job. As in, like, bad behavior is too accepted in the society.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
There's no incentive for a woman to actually like be and do right. Like
bro. That's how I view the world. Like I always view the world of like, why? You get what I'm saying? Like there's it's on both sides. Like there's no incentive. Like girls want to talk about like females, they like to talk about how there's so much shitty men, right?
Yeah.
A lot of men that don't take care of their kids. A lot of men that's in and out of jail. A lot of men that, you know, aren't responsible. I'm saying like that'll never change if you guys keep giving pussy to those type of niggas. You get what I'm saying?
That's very true.
And then like on the flip side, this hoes, like, you know what I mean, how we're all like, we're all like, there's like a big uproar right now about how women are not being traditional, women are being like, you know, being in the flesh, right?
Yeah.
That's not gonna change if we don't, like, if we accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's no,
as men.
There's no like, what's the word? There's no like, there's no list. There's no principles that women have to take before the modern men have to take before they give women a chance.
Facts.
And the vice versa. There's a lot. Let's go into that. Women
have a lot, but men don't have enough, and men need to have more.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The whole notion of men being, that's why there's a big thing. Like a lot, women were talking about, how are men asking for traditional women where they're not even traditional themselves?
Yeah.
So it's like a hypocrisy that's kind of going on. Like I can understand, like, you're a real traditional man. Like you pray, you go to church, or you got your shit together in a certain way.
Yeah.
And you move like a traditional man.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and I see on social media, and this is why we created like the podcast too, is it's like to give our perspective, like the whole notion of the trend. Like a lot of people just join. A lot of dudes are just jumping on trends.
Yeah, they're not understanding the information themselves. We're not living the experience.
You're not living the experience. You're just hearing what somebody said, and then you're like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be. It's like, bro, like actually, if you want a traditional, do you actually really want a traditional woman? Like,
because if you want a traditional woman, you gotta spend bread.
You gotta spend bread, and you gotta become a traditional man. Like you gotta be a man of value. You gotta be a man that's like, you got standards, bro. Like you gotta have standards.
Facts. Like
true standards. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'll do this and I'll do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we talked about a little bit about the good qualities and that you would like find in a woman. What do you think? What would you say like the red flags? I guess, like instead of like a guy having to go on like multiple dates, like 3 dates, 4 dates, that type of thing. When he's talking to a girl, like what would you say like the red flags? That like he'll know like straight up off the first date, like, yo,
on the
this
first
is not
date.
a good look.
Well, first date, her genuine interest. Like if she's not actually asking you questions to get to know you.
Facts.
That's
that's a big one.
Red flag. Like if you're doing all the talking, you're asking, and she's giving you like 1-word responses.
Yeah.
Then because the thing is, like, she might even go on the next date with you again because to get fed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of girls just do that. So you already know, like, if she's not generally trying to get to know you, she's not interested. That's the number 1 red flag. Go ahead. You see?
No, I agree 100%. I feel like, and she'll do shit like go on her phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like just not be super attentive and like not give you the attention like that you deserve. Not really be interested in your life. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of guys. What do you think about like a lot of guys be saying how, like for instance, primarily for the most of the date, they like the girl to speak the most.
They like the girls to speak the most.
Yeah, and like kind of remain like a mystery. I mean, I agree with that, but then it's kind of a fine line because if she not asking no questions, then is she really like interested in you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I mean, if she asks a question and you answer like short, but you replay and then you ask her a question and you basically trying to get more out of her, then yeah, she'll
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely like you for that.
For real.
And if she doesn't want to answer something, she'll answer a certain way. Like she won't give you, she'll get a small answer, or she'll just say, "Oh, we're not gonna talk about that. Well, I'm not that comfortable to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that."
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if she's saying that I'm not that comfortable multiple times, then she's not really into you at
Yeah,
all.
facts, facts.
So that's the number one red flag. Um, if she answers the phone like multiple times while she's on the date with you, and she's like, "Sorry, I gotta go. I gotta go get this quick," and she does it
I'm not
again.
gonna lie, answering the phone on a date is disrespectful. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck. Like unless it's like
that's what I'm
your
saying.
parents.
That's why I
You
said
know what I'm
multiple
saying?
times. Because if it's like a real like emergency,
If it's an emergency, yeah.
but if you answer like she's answering her phone and she's texting, or she's going on Instagram, she's scrolling, like she's not trying to like actually like, because it's also people skills. Like you want a woman that she got good skills, like people skills.
Yeah, yeah.
She's entertaining, she's fun, she's bubbly, like she boring, like she's yawning. It's
Yeah.
There's so many red flags. How she treats the waiter, that's another one. How is she
That's a
responding to the
fact.
waiter? Is she being rude to the waiter? Is she complaining?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like these are things you gotta. It's how you handle things. Like, uh, yeah. Another thing is how when you're about to pay at the end of the meal, like how is her actions, like how is she responding to it? Is she looking away, looking up? Is she
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom" when she knows that the bill's coming? Like, how is she responding? Because then you're gonna know, like, bro. Like I personally, I like when a girl offers to pitch in.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
turn her down 100%, but I would like to see that she offers, because then I'll know, like, damn, this girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember, like, and this is how you know, like, a girl's genuinely interested. Like when I met this girl, one time I went to a bar and I met this girl, and she just came to me and we're talking, and she asked me if I want a drink, and she went to go buy the drink for me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's genuine interest. So that's how you
Of
know,
course.
like, sometimes if a girl you might just meet a girl, and she's like, you haven't even like got to know her yet, and she's like, go buy me a drink. She's like, come, go buy me a drink first.
Yeah,
And it's just like,
that happened to me
I've
not too
had like
long ago.
literally, I had that happen to me years ago. I bought a girl a drink, and she was like, "Thank you," and walked away. That was
You're
bro,
lying.
yeah, bro. I was like,
Bro, that's
what?
savage. That's crazy.
That's savage. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a lot of the negative qualities of women has made it bad for the good qualities of women.
Facts.
So and
There's so
the
much
good
bad
women.
girls.
Yeah.
Bro, what I was I saying the other day? There's so
Mhm.
much. I've had so much encounters with bad, like, just not so
Bad
good
behavior.
bad behavior, like not so good women.
Yeah.
That, like, I find it myself hard to even see the truth in a good woman now, because I just think it's cap.
It's just cap, right?
Yeah, like
Is she capping?
like my biggest problem in dating right now is that, like, when I talk to a girl, I just feel like she might be like, even something as stupid as like, "Oh, I'm tired."
Yeah.
Like, you might genuinely be tired.
Oh,
You
but
get what I'm
you don't
saying?
really believe that.
But I don't believe it because of
Yeah,
the
it's
amount of
tricky
bullshit
now. It's
that
tricky
these
now.
girls
It's
are
like,
doing.
this is what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's like when you find a good woman, she's a gem.
I think, yeah,
Cause it's like you don't. She's not. She's unique.
yeah, yeah,
That's really bad. Like that's why everyone's complaining. It's like, yo, modern women, if they really look in the mirror, like how we fix this is, if I'm a woman and men are complaining a lot, and vice versa, look in the mirror and say, shit, like we gotta change as a sisterhood, like as.
but yeah, that's why the soft girl everything came
So
out.
this whole soft girl, and I appreciate all the women that are trying to go soft and they're trying to like
Yeah.
be different, because that's a big step, because it's really bad, like
Yeah,
to the point where men are going overseas. You see what I'm saying? So and they're going. Why are they going overseas? They wouldn't. If the same type of girls were overseas, you think they would go overseas? They would not. They would just stay here and deal with the women that's here.
I think for me, I say like a good woman. I think the most important thing about like a good woman is like being supportive. Like, if she understands that like you got a mission
Yeah,
and she can contribute to your mission,
yeah,
that's ultimately that's all you really need, like in a partnership. You get
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like for her to be able to contribute in any way, like have patience with you, have understanding,
Yeah.
and just like rock with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all a man really cares for and like wants. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like genuine interest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
genuine interest. That's a main quality of a good woman. She's genuinely interested.
Like the opposite of narcissism. So like a lot of girls
Mm.
nowadays, like they're all about what you could do for them.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
But the
get
woman is
me.
thinking about like the mission. Like she's thinking about, well, if I do this for my man and I help my man, then I help
Then it helps
us.
me. Yeah, yeah.
So
That's how you know that's a good woman.
that's a good
Because
woman. Yeah.
that's how you know that's a relationship minded woman and a woman that is trying to be like look towards the future.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to tell you, like, women don't understand, like, the thinking about everything about me
Yeah.
is a short term solution. Like, it's
Correct.
not even it's not a solution at all. Like, it's a trap.
Yeah, yeah.
Because a real man is not like the type of man that you want.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? All right, so this is how I see it. When a woman makes everything about her,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? She's only gonna attract a man that wants to be a part of her mission.
Yeah.
And if that's the type of girl that you want to be, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You could be like a boss girl, a boss chick, right?
Yeah.
With a nigga that's a part of your mission.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, a lot of women don't respect those type of guys, right?
Yeah.
You want a man that is equally as yoked, equally as like
roles.
equally as mission oriented, goal oriented, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to like minimize some of that alphaness and minimize some of that narcissism.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you have to be able to support his mission. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be beneficial to you in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's so simple. It sounds so simple, but a lot of women overlook it. And I think that the issue is I feel like a lot of women generally, because women are very emotional and very like nurturing by nature.
Yeah.
But they do it for the wrong men.
Facts.
And like when they do it for the wrong men,
Facts.
they get burnt. And then now when a good man or a genuine man who really wants to be there for her, and like if she were to do what she did for the wrong man to him, wow, it would be a different story. But she's not willing to do that because she's feel like she's been burnt. I hear women say so many times, I'll never give myself be this open like I was like my last relationship.
Yeah,
I'll never do the same things for the same guy.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. That's what you just said, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Is the like antithesis.
Yeah.
The real reason why this whole dating shit is fucked. Because
Yeah.
that happens to men too.
Yeah.
Like for me, I could say like for myself, I just said like I'm unable to really trust a good woman now because I done ran into so many bad women.
Bad ones, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like now like when I talk to girls, I think everything is cap.
Cap, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like I could understand like when a girl gives her all, like she's cooking, she's cleaning, she doing everything, like, and a man betrays her trust. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now she's like she feel like she can't. She closed at least like one gate, like low key, like she closed that part of her.
Mm-hmm.
Like and now in the next situation, like you said, she might run into a good man, but this man is like, I'm waiting for this girl to open that part, but like she not opening it. You get what I'm saying? Like she not being vulnerable, and she's coming off very masculine.
Yeah,
so
yeah, and that's the detriment, because in order for you to have any successful relationship moving forward in your life, you have to forgive, forget, and move forward.
Yeah,
and the same thing, you have to do what you did with the next person, but be better.
Yeah.
But you just gotta know who you're dealing with and who deserves your time. A lot of times women, the naivety of women cost them like a good relationship. So you're going into this because it's just a whole notion of, oh, this guy can do this for me. He looks a certain way. But is he actually honest? Like, women talk about the number one thing women don't like is men lie.
Yeah.
So if you see, like, you catch the red flags from a man's perspective, you see him, he's lying, or you could tell like how he is. He's just not authentic person.
Yeah, he lacks integrity.
Why are you giving yourself to him? It's just that much. It's that simple. You're not supposed. Don't give yourself to someone that's dishonest. Have a man be honest with you, and you got to deal with the honesty. If he's honest and he says this is a certain way, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
And if not, you don't. But
I'll be honest for myself.
mm,
I say it all the time. Like honesty is the best policy. Like
yeah,
the amount of girls that I done lost
yeah,
off of being honest.
yeah,
Like people, like I tell my homies different stories, and they be like, "Yo, why would you say that?" And it's just like, bro, I'll be honest. Like I can't not be honest. Like
yeah.
at the end of the day, like I am gonna let you know, that I have done that in the past. Like I'm not gonna like you ask me if I did this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna let you know like I may have fucked up once or twice.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas like a lot of guys might omit that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the end of the day, like
tell them. Mm-hmm.
it's because I would want my partner, my potential partner, to be able to be that transparent with me as well.
Yeah.
Like I want her to be able to tell me her past and tell me her truth. Mm-hmm. So like I always advocate for like guys to be very honest with the the girls that they talking to, because
sure,
you don't want to start off a relationship on lies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's and it's fucked up on both sides. Same with her. Like if you're coming into a relationship with a man and man is like, he's honest with you, why are you lying?
Yeah.
Like be upfront. Like I feel like because women feel, and they know they've experienced that they can get away with shit, and they've been getting away with shit. Facts. So they know I'm not gonna tell him this. I'm not gonna tell him that.
Omit, yeah.
So you're really messing up your situation in the long term. Like, and it's like what Kevin Samuels used to say. Like, what is the outcome that you want?
Yeah.
Like, what is really the outcome that you want? And then the outcome, a lot of times, another thing that people overlook is what you ask for. You got to be like, all right. Number one thing women say, the issue they have with men, they say, oh, men are dogs, men are this. Basically saying if men would be monogamous and commit, that it would be much better. The whole experience of dating will be much better. Yeah. They have an issue because men want their cake and eat it too, right? What does monogamy entail? Like, do you ever ask yourself as a woman, like, what does monogamy entail? Like, when you ask a man to be monogamous to you, and then also you ask him to marry you.
So you're asking him to put all his chips on one table.
So you ask him to put his chips on all one table, like you said, and commit to you. And what you're also saying is that you may have met him at 25 years old, 27 years old, 30 years old, 35 years old, whatever, 18 years old. You want him to be with you only for the next 60 years.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then what does this mean? Now you have to be everything for him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you have to just be everything for him. So you can't withhold. You can't say, you can't do him wrong. You know what I mean? And then human beings are fickle.
Yeah.
So like I say, the realism, like if you're going to go into a relationship, never ever promise something that you can't commit to. Like,
because it will reveal itself.
It's going to reveal itself. Like if you know you cannot be monogamous to someone, do not promise that.
Yeah.
If you're a man right now and you want this girl so bad and you're like, oh my gosh, if I don't tell her that I'm gonna be faithful to her, I'm not gonna get her. Bro, don't. Just be honest and just say, listen, hey, I like girls. I like multiple girls.
Yeah.
Because what you're gonna do is she's gonna find out, and it's just gonna mess up the whole situation. And vice versa, same thing for a woman.
Yeah, let her decide. Let her decide. Like make that decision ultimately. Like if she wants to be with somebody who has that that motive. Yeah,
that may step out once in a while or whatever the case may be. However y'all want to run your relationship. The honesty should be there.
For real.
Because I mean, time and time again, people promise. They say they're gonna commit to monogamy.
Yeah.
On both sides, men and women, and they never fall through.
Yeah.
Like there's always some infidelity or withholding sex or keeping the kids away from the man or using the kids against the man. Like that's why the whole marriage thing is very dangerous. It's just like if you actually like would treat a human just the right way, right? And you don't use things against another person like kids, then the man will be more willing to just be married to a woman. If he knows that, okay, once I marry you, I can get what I want from you anytime for for the next 50 years or 60 years, you're gonna be, even though you may change, because let's be honest, we changed throughout the years, but your change is not so drastic that it will really affect our relationship. You know what I mean? Like, he knows, like, okay, you're still gonna make a concerted effort to go to the gym after we have kids. Like, you're not just gonna lose yourself.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many nuances that people don't realize when they ask for something, what you're gonna get. It's a long-term commitment. So are you ready for that?
Yeah.
You know, that's really what I tell my clients too. I'd be like, listen, you say you want this, right? You want a high value man. Do you know what comes with that territory?
Yeah.
Do you really know what that comes with that territory? Like, you can get it. Are you willing to deal with it?
Yeah.
And same thing for the man. Like, you want a bad woman, beautiful woman.
Do you have the chips?
You have the chips. So you think a woman, okay, she gotta have nice clothes, right, to look good for you, to look good for her, to when you go out. She gotta have makeup, right? Yeah. Quality. She has to have quality. So can you provide that?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think what I would add to that is I think a good woman in this society is my definition of a good woman is a woman that is, you never hear anything negative about them.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I think that's the reason why a lot of girls don't know what a good woman is.
Yeah.
Because essentially, like, they're not visible.
Yeah.
Like, when you see a strong, powerful man and he's married and he's making the right decisions in life, you know a good woman is behind him. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Almost 100%. Always. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she doesn't make him look bad.
Doesn't make him look bad, no.
In any fashion or form. A good woman does not talk about other people. She's not trying to fight other women. She's not checking his phone, checking his emails. She's not showing up at his job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like those little basic stuff. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it before or we had a conversation, but it's like, for me, it's like a good woman is someone that really hasn't been touched. Like, I don't like if we're in a like in the entertainment industry, for example, like if I'm a part of the entertainment industry and you're there,
yeah,
I don't want to know and hear that you've been around with 4 or 5 guys or 6 guys in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like, for me, a good woman is just pure, and that doesn't mean you have to be a virgin, but I'm saying I just need to know that you're very selective and you're very professional. You don't just sleep around.
Yeah, you have sexual discipline.
You have sexual discipline. You don't just sleep around with every rich man or every entertainer that you find you love his music or you love something about him. You're very disciplined.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Entertaining guys, right? Like,
what do you think about that? Like, what do you think women should go? Do you think women should go on dates? Like, how do you think that they should carry themselves when they first start speaking to a guy if they're looking for something serious?
If they're looking for something serious with a guy, obviously show up your best part, right?
Yeah.
Show out, and then if you're looking for something serious, you got to ask questions. Just is what it is. They have to ask questions. Like, you got to get to know the man.
Yeah.
Ask about his past. Ask about what he's looking for. Like, actually ask him, right? And then after your first date, you don't just get, like, I personally, if you're looking for something serious, you don't give it up. That first date, you don't give it up. You have to vet. you have to vet him, because a man could say, oh, on the first day he could say, yeah, babe, I'm looking for something serious.
Yeah, I don't think it's a wise decision to give it up on the first day.
Don't give it up if you
I wouldn't advise my daughter to do that.
Yeah,
I think that's a very stupid decision to make, to be honest. Even though as a man, obviously I would probably think that the girl has way more interest in me based on that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a wise decision.
It's not a wise decision. Yeah.
Because essentially, like, people sell dreams all the time. Mm-hmm. I could have sold you the whole dream the entire date. I don't give a fuck if we was together for 8 hours.
Correct.
And we went to the beach, and then we went to a movie, and then we went to a dinner.
Yeah.
I could have sold your dream the whole time. You get what I'm saying? Fucked. And then next thing you know, I'm dipping.
Yeah.
And then now you gotta take months to recover from that shit.
Exactly.
And then now you don't want to give yourself wholly like to the next person.
Yeah.
So it don't make no sense. Like it's not a wise decision. Definitely take some time to get to know the person.
Yeah, you gotta vet that person. You like if somebody's gonna be in your life, you gotta know like where they work, what their environment. You gotta know like talk to people who know them, like that can discern, like that can vouch for them and say, yo, this person is this, and yeah, based on my experience, this person is this.
Yeah,
you gotta know how he moves. Like that's just is what it is. The same thing as a man. Like you can't just go on a date with a girl and she's bad. Oh my god, because men, we love beautiful women.
Yeah,
she got all the assets, right? And then you're like, damn, you're thinking about shit. I want to take her serious.
Yeah.
You don't know her past. You ain't ask her no questions about
That's
her past. You don't ask her what she's doing, what she's about, what's her dreams.
It goes back to what we were saying before. Like, women have like a fucking 99 fucking like 99 layer list.
Yeah.
Like 99 point list of like things that they look for in women and men. Mm-hmm. But like men, we just beauty and like cooperation and shit like that. Like we need to start like observing things more. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you really taking some time and studying the woman that you're talking to. Because at the end of the day, like I think the most important thing is like people don't understand, like you could like any fuck up, like having a child with the woman or like eventually marrying the woman. Like those things are real like, or even on a smaller scale, just having that woman in your life in general is a risk. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just being around a woman is a risk. Correct. You get what I'm saying? If that woman is not the right woman that you need to be around. Exactly. So, like, definitely there needs to be more vetting. Like, people need to be more wary of what the type of girl that they talking to.
100%. You got to vet their social media. You got to vet, like Facts. I said, their job, their history, their work history. You got to vet their family history. Yeah. Like you talking about taking someone serious. I'm not talking about someone you trying to just hook up for the night. You want to take this woman serious, or you want to take this man serious. You got to vet him thoroughly. Do your background check. You know Facts. What I'm saying? Like it just is what it is, because this is someone that you're about to give yourself to, and you're about to enter your world. Like if you're a man, you're about to move her into your home. You're about to move any woman into your home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not wise, right? Or you're about to bring her around your people. Facts. And you don't know, you really don't. She could be playing two sides. She could be playing you and using you for money. Like
this may be controversial, but I'm gonna say the three things that I feel like. So there's three things, in my opinion, that like automatically like disqualify a woman from me. Mm-hmm. This may be controversial, but I feel like this is like the most important things a woman, like most important qualities that a woman can have. Yeah. So one, that she come from a 2-parent household or a functioning household. Qualifies. Yeah. Qualifies. If she doesn't have these things, then it's a disqualification, like automatically. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like I'm talking about like for being like long term. The reason why I say that is because most girls that come from a household where they didn't see a dad are unable to respect men and understand the dichotomy of the understand like the relationship that men and women have. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So definitely the 2-parent household thing for sure, or a functioning household, or some sort of like like relationship that she's seen in her household. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Second thing I would say is her social media, her Instagram. Mm-hmm. If her Instagram is like provocative pictures, or let's say her Instagram is her going out all the time. Yeah. Like she's not showing like, I don't know, showing like some interest, like she likes reading or she likes the beach or something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's always like going out, it's turning up, it's partying, it's not like anything serious. She doesn't really have like nothing other than just like sexiness to show, right? And then the third thing I'll say is her friends. Okay. Like straight up, like if a girl you talking to, her friends is not, her friends is like out all the time, her friends is not like, her friends are hoes, more than likely she's a hoe. Yeah, like in my experience, most people birds of a feather flock together. 100%. Yeah, so I say those are the three things that I most look for when I'm talking to a girl.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say like the three things or the few things that for me that qualifies a woman.
Yeah.
Is her purity, like her childlike energy. Like if she's very childlike and she's very fun and very positive person, she qualifies 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
Because a lot of girls are not fun. They either have that face up, screw face. You know, they're very like jaded. They're very like hurt.
That's a good point. Yeah. Pessimistic girls are like, if a girl's super pessimistic about the world, I'm not gonna lie. Chances are she's had a troubled childhood. She's not like a very she's not a good candidate in my opinion. Because I've done that. I've talked to girls who have like a pessimistic past. Yeah. And the way that they see the world is so fucked. Yeah. It's like you sit there and you try to like encourage them and show them some like positive, like show them the good things, but like at the end of the day, like it's almost like you like, yeah, it's too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's too much effort to go through.
It's too much effort. So yeah, you have to be pure. You have to be childlike. Like you have to wake up every day and like you just have to be smiling and happy. Like Facts. I love that energy. Like if I'm a man, and as men we get down sometimes because life, you know, we get down. But for me personally, I always can bounce back very quickly. But now if you're around me and I'm seeing your energy, like you're so positive, you're like, it's infectious. You're like, baby, don't worry. Oh my gosh, you're abundant. We're gonna do this. I'm like, shit. Like I love that because like you're not gonna make me depressed. Yeah. The opposite would. You're like, yeah, man, the world is like that. It's just like that, babe. There's nothing you can do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's a super qualification. I would agree with you. The second thing is 2-parent household. Yeah. I've been there that I've dated girls that come from single parents and bruh, it never worked. Yeah. It never worked because they don't value men. They may have a harsh experience with men. Facts. And they treat you they treat you differently based on that. Yeah. So they're looking at you like when they go into a relationship with you, it's like they think they're superior than you. Yeah. Than to thinking like, you know, understanding the traditional roles. Yeah. So you have to be 2-parent households. Facts. Yeah. And I'd add like even if your parents are separated, like I'm saying, at least at the very least both parents are in your life. You know yeah. Because if you don't have a 2-parent household, but you're still raised traditionally. Yeah. Like you still have your father's in good standing with you. Yeah. Like you still like you're not upset that your mother and father was divorced. Yeah, or your father's just not taking care of you, shit like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's like it's the unfortunate realities of life. But yeah, because it's a girl that's single right now, maybe watching. Who had a single parent household, but may like me or be interested. And I'm saying like honestly, you could come from a single parent household. Yeah. But you would have to change and view like your mother could have not change the view of how do you view your father. You know what I'm saying? And if your father was bad, you had uncles and other people around you that would say that filled in their void and say you still respect men. Yeah. Then I would possibly give you an opportunity, Yeah. But I would have to like spend a lot of time with you and get to know you and see like is it genuine. Facts. And feel your energy because everything is energy as well. It goes back to having a positive energy. What would you say the third thing is? And the third thing that would qualify a woman for me is her willingness to invest in me. So like anything, she's like, she may be seeing me struggle with anything, and she's like, oh hey babe, what you need help with this? Oh here's $300. Do you facts? What you need? So you have an interview tomorrow. You need a new suit. Okay, here's $100. Yeah. Here's $200. Like she's investing in me. Oh, you need a car? You don't have a car, baby, and you just got a new job. Okay, here. Like these things, like whatever. She's always willing to invest in me financially, spiritually, uplifting me emotionally. Like she's like, oh, babe, don't worry. Yeah, you got this. You a king. Yeah. Like the motivation, the inspiration aspect. Yeah. Those three things qualify me really and truly. Like I think that's the quality that women have that is the most underrated quality. Yeah. Like I think that's literally like at the top of the list for a good woman. Oh yeah. It's her ability to motivate a man, like because at the end of the day, you have to understand a lot of men who have this shit together or are trying to have this shit together in life
you gotta think like what would be the utility of having a woman in their life? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the thing that you can provide to a man the most, in my experience, is like what you just said, like that ability to be like, oh, I help you with your resume, or I help you with this. You get what I'm saying? Or like just help out in any way. Because at the end of the day, an invested person is a person who no one just invests in something with thinking that they want to lose their investment.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People take their investment serious.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if a woman's invested in you, she wants to reap the benefits of the investment, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So there's girls that like are about like me.
Yeah.
Them girls like they not considered.
Yeah, that's how you disqualify yourself. If I go on a date with you and you're always talking about me and what I want to do, and what I want, and what you expect. Like you're telling me I'm on a date and you're telling me what you expect me to get you, and to do for you. Oh hell no, I'm not calling you back.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm actually walking out the restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
or wherever, because you're selfish. You're thinking for yourself. Like
Facts.
if you know, moving forward, like if you want to really be with me, like it's a team. Like
Team
you gotta
effort.
look at a relationship like a team, like a king and queen energy. Like we're building an empire.
Yeah.
We're not building your empire. We're building an empire.
Facts.
So you gotta think like that. But a lot of women are so self-absorbed, and it's about me and what they want and their dreams. And I'm like, listen, if you want to say, for example, me and her, she likes me, but she's like, you know what? I want to go to Hollywood to chase my dream of being an actress. And I'm like, you know, I'm not a fan of Hollywood.
Yeah.
In real life, I'm not. So I'm like, I don't want to move there, but you can go. Then she got to make a choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go because that's not my dream.
Yeah.
My dream is not to be. And if I'm selfish, I'm not selfish because I'm actually allowing you to go. I'm saying, listen, girl, I like you a lot, but
yeah, you got to be willing to sever ties based on like on if your interest doesn't connect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Simple as that.
100%. I think it goes back to what I was saying before about how like a lot of guys don't really stand on, like, there's a thin line between cooperation and like going against your morals, your principles and your character. Like if something doesn't, like if you specifically cannot stand your girl going out all the time, right? Like you gotta say something.
Yeah.
Like, or if that girl, if you came to a situation, the way I see it, the way I like to see relationships or just like situations in general is like, however you came into the situation is how you should expect that person to be long term. Yeah. You should never try to change anyone. So like for instance, if you found a girl and she likes going out every single Saturday, right? You cannot get in a relationship with her and tell her don't go out on Saturdays no more.
Because that's how you met.
Yeah, that's how y'all met.
You were okay with it at the beginning, but now it's changed.
Yeah, like if you met a girl and she's a porn star, you cannot then tell her to not be a porn star. You get what I'm saying? Like that's stupid. But a lot of guys try to do that. Like that's what I'm trying to say. You gotta think with the big head, not the little head. Like what you said. You gotta understand. Like as a man, you gotta think. You cannot. You have to have a reasonable. You have to basically be able to control your desires and what you want, because everything cannot just be down to beauty. It can't just be down to beauty, and like you can't just be easily swayed.
But I mean, come on. If y'all didn't see what happened to Kanye West,
facts.
What's the other guy, the basketball player, PJ what?
Yeah, PJ Washington.
PJ Washington, Tyrese has happened to. Like, bro, you could count the list of people.
And Brittany Renner's bad. Like she's bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, even
but
now,
you knew her. But I'm saying her character.
Yeah, but like certain things should definitely disqualify somebody from that position. And it's fucked up to say, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, what would be the equivalent of that for a man? Let's say I'm the most handsome man in the world, right? But I have no ambition. I have the most handsome man in the world. I'm 6'7", 6'5", or whatever. I'm chiseled. I have everything like da. And I have zero ambition. Like I don't want to do nothing. I just want to play video games all day. Yeah. I should be disqualified from a relationship with a high value woman. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Like so, and that's the equivalent of like the same thing on the other side. Like if you have a very disgruntled past, you should be disqualified from a relationship from most high value men. But a lot of men don't really. A lot of men, like, I see a lot of podcasts and a lot of girls, they talk about how like hoes are kind of like
winning. Or like,
yeah.
So a lot of girls are like, well, I want to, because I was like them and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a good girl and I wasn't winning, so
and I wasn't
became
winning, yeah.
like them because I see that they're winning, they get everything.
Yeah, and truly, it may seem like that, but it's not like that.
Yeah,
it's not like that at all. Like, it's not.
They might get they might get the lifestyle and the finances and all those things, but and I'll say that this for those girls too. Like, if you're a woman, right, and you may come from like the bottom or poverty,
yeah,
or just basic, right? You may came from a middle class situation, and you have aspirations of being with, like, having a lot of money and having a lot of things and having a lot of access. You should not deal with someone that's on a regular level, that has no ambition, that doesn't want to be on that level.
Facts.
So you can't blame men and say, "Oh, well, I'm not winning." You can't say, "Well, those girls are winning." Though the reason why those girls have what they have is because they know what they want. Those same girls that want the Gucci bag and go to Dubai and all those things, they're going for certain people because they know who can give them it. So if you're a good girl, don't try to be a good girl and be broke. Fact. It just is what it is. Don't go with the. You can still get a man that's of quality, that's not an entertainer. That's what Kevin Samuels was saying. Y'all not listening. And you can get a guy that's not an entertainer, and he can still provide for you. He's making 6 figures plus. He can provide for you. It just is what it is. And on the men's side, that's why I'm not even really mad at I'm not mad at how women are, the fact that they're hypergamous. Yeah. Because I'm like, yo, as a man, bro, makes sense. You gotta be ambitious. Yeah. Like, just because you started off where you're at, you're not supposed to stay there. Facts. Like, you need to elevate yourself as a man. Yeah. Like, get your money. I'm not telling you to be fucking Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. I'm just saying, like, get your shit up. Yeah. And then become of a quality of a high value man, and then you have more opportunity to have more women. Facts. Instead of complaining. Yeah. And this is another issue I have with some of the passport bros, because not all of them are ambitious enough. Some of them are just working regular jobs, and they want girls who want more from out of life to settle for them. That, I don't think that's right. I mean, I can see both ways. At it like that? Like, I don't know about that though, because I think you think a woman should just settle for a normal life.
No, I think the problem with that they're talking about is the average girl doesn't want the average man anymore. That's the whole thing of that's the whole premise of what Kevin Samuels' podcast was about.
The average woman, but that's what I'm trying to say.
The average girl does not want an average man anymore.
But what I'm trying to say is, it's not like we live in the old age, bro. We live in a very social media based, where wealth is in your face, where abundance is in your face like never before. Yeah. So, but that's why the basketball boys want to go, because they want. You have a choice.
If you show women an option that's better than the option that they have in front of them, they're gonna go. They're gonna want it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's human nature. Men, like, if you show me a cheese pizza, and then you show me a supreme pizza with everything every topping I want on it, I'm gonna want the one the.
And I'm not against them. I'm just saying you can go get the girl that's traditional, that may not be very materialistic and may not demand a lot from you, which a girl that would more than likely here in America, because we live in the richest country in the world, bro. Like, the amount of abundance here is ridiculous. Yeah. You're not a girl. And that's another thing too. Like, this is why the notion of dating different type of women, because not every woman here in America is materialistic. There's a large percentage, but not a lot. There's some girls that like camping and doing different things and living skiing and being a regular person. Like, they just regular. Yeah, they don't care about, like, the whole notion of living up, keeping up with the Joneses and having the latest car or the latest jewelry or the latest bag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So but as we said, like, you go over there, you're going to get more of an abundance of people who are just very simple and very humble. Facts. And if that's what you're looking for, because you have a choice, you either accept you go for being humble and accept the position you're in, or as a man, you elevate. It's what you elevate, and you're able to get more options.
More options, yeah, for sure. So with that being said, I think we touched on a lot of points about, what we see every day, like the day to day, what we think a good woman, like the qualities of a good woman are. Like,
Yeah.
I think we pretty much went over a few of those points. Would you want to add anything else?
Yeah. I mean, we've said everything. I think now you can see, like, what a quality woman is.
My advice is do everything opposite to what is going on. Everything, man and woman. I think the general consensus in society right now is so fucked that if you do the opposite, you'll probably be in a better standing. Because I never met a girl like what makes a man tick is like when you first meet a girl, you be like, yo, why is this girl so different than everybody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like that's gonna really get you in the position that you want to be in. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna. I think a lot of ball players, like athletes, just high value men in general. I think when they run in, I think the reason why their wives are probably because that wife is different. But that's like frowned upon in this day and age because it's like, oh, she's doing too much, she's a pick me or whatever. But at the end of the day, like she got the man that she wants. She caters to him.
You can't fall on this trend and this whole notion. And women got to be very careful. Like a good woman got to be very careful of negative women and pessimistic women. Like I don't care how long you know a woman. Like I knew her since I was in 8th grade, 7th grade. Like, come on, I know she's not that perfect, but she's still my friend.
Yeah.
Be careful of those women because a negative person will destroy a positive person.
Misery loves company.
Yeah. What you got going good for yourself, she will try to interrupt because she's not having a happy experience in her situation. So she'll try to sabotage. Like so many times I was talking to a friend. She was telling me how she's been in a situation where she said she regret leaving her man at the time that she did.
All right.
Because she felt like she could have waited because she didn't have her shit together. Like she could have waited so that she could have had a little bit more money. She could have waited that she could have been set up or she could have had a little bit of help before she left him. But she left him abruptly because her friend was in her ear like, leave him now.
That's funny as fuck.
You see what I'm saying? So she was gonna leave him, but what she was saying is at least set herself up so when the transition is a little bit easier for herself.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that she said that's coming from her mouth. That's what she said she regret. So like you got to be careful. Like a woman could tell you like leave this person, or a woman could tell you don't do this or don't go to that meeting or don't do that because she's your good friend. You think she knows good for you, but she doesn't really. She's just doing it because maybe she's upset. Her experience was bad. She's envious of you. You don't even know the situation.
You gotta know the real reason on why somebody's giving you the advice that they're giving you.
Yeah. So you gotta lean. Sometimes you just gotta lean onto your own understanding.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're gonna be wrapping up this podcast. What do you guys think a good woman is like? Yeah,
let us know in the comments. Let us know what is a good woman. Like what qualifies women for you?
Yeah, for real.
You know, and for the man that's looking for beautiful, feminine, and serious-minded women, check out Divine Connections, DivineXions.co. I run a matchmaking business, and man, we got what you're looking for. We can help you to find the woman of your dreams.
Yes, sir. With that being said, follow us on the social media link below.
Yeah, follow us on the social.
Tune in, follow, subscribe, comment, like the video, and with that, we out.
All right, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Till next time.